performance is built on many factors: genetic, training, power, the right mindset, and many more. If you are fulfilling everything, the optimal sports nutrition plan can give you that competitive advantage that you really need to win. Here are some brief quick tips to start building the right nutrition. First tip is be smart and balance your meals. All sports require a steady supply of energy. This means a steady supply of meals throughout the day. Focus on 3 to 4 main meals and at least 2 snacks before and after trainings. A typical plan can look like this. If you are training in the morning, make sure you are having a snack before your morning training. Have breakfast within 30 minutes of finishing the training, and then we proceed to the meal of lunch. And we can have a mid-afternoon snack or a snack before your afternoon training. And straight after your afternoon training, we should include a recovery snack. And this is followed by dinner and a bedtime recovery snack that will help you recover your muscle mass and your strength for the next day's schedule. Spreading your energy consumption will support your activity and your focus and performance, and even it will support the repair and building of your muscle mass. You can understand that this is necessary to plan meals and snacks ahead of time. Our second tip is to balance your macronutrients. The macronutrients refer to the 3 main food components: proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Cutting out one food group may be detrimental to your performance. Many athletes, for example, cut out carbohydrates for weight loss without the supervision of a sports dietitian. Carbohydrates actually are your main fuel and should be periodized and spread throughout the day depending on your training plan. In few cases, we recommend on reducing or cutting out carbohydrates on specific meals, but this should be under the supervision of a sports dietitian along with your coach. Proteins should be included in each meal, especially after training as a recovery. These will support in building and repairing your muscle mass. We aim to choose quality proteins like lean meat, beef, poultry, and fish. Fats are essential as these provide fuel for long or high-intensity workouts, and we should be focusing on small amount of fats from healthy sources like avocados, olive oil, raw nuts, and seeds. It's important to focus on having a variety of sources within the food groups in order to make sure that your micronutrient needs are met. Our third tip is to consider your competition plan and your training plan. For each stage of the competitive cycle, your meal plan should be changing. Your body's requirements off-season or during injury are different than during season. When there is a low-intensity training period of time or injury, you should look at reducing your intake of carbohydrates and include more vegetables. So your plate should look like half a plate of veggies or salad, around palm size of lean meats, and quarter plate of carbohydrate sources. Carbohydrate loads increase at each meal when the training intensity increases, which means that the same plate that we showed you will shift to around a third plate of carb or even half to 3/4 plate of carbohydrate sources at each meal. Our fourth tip is to have a hydration plan. Changes in your body water may impact your performance, especially if the weight change is or more than 2%. It's important to understand your sweat loss during training and develop a specific hydration plan. Aim to start your training well hydrated. If you are a salty sweater or you sweat more than usual, or if the training is in the heat or more than 60 minutes, consider an electrolyte carbohydrate drink during training. And you can rehydrate after the training with water, flavored milk, and even electrolytes straight after the training. Our last tip is know your supplements. Supplements are not always the way to go. There are only a few selected substances that may help your performance or your recovery from intense training. These include the big 5: caffeine, creatine, beta-alanine, bicarbonate, and nitrate. But first, we rely on a food-first approach. You must get your meals, macronutrients, snacks, and hydration right before we consider having sports supplementation. We always advise on having a sports dietitian's opinion beforehand and making sure that the supplements are tested to reduce the risk for ingesting banned substances.